others. Love does not seek its own glory. 1 Corinthians 10:24 says this, let no one seek his own, but each one the other's well-being. Hello, encouragement, right? Love is not provoked. James 1:12 says this, blessed is a man who endures temptation, the temptation to criticize, the temptation to provoke, the temptation to put down. Okay? For when he has been approved, he will receive the crown of life, which the Lord has promised to those who love him. God is our all in all. He's who we go to for encouragement and support. And trust me, if Christians start encouraging and supporting one another, we will not only have God doing it, but we will also hear from others that we're okay. That we're doing all right. It helps you to walk a little taller and a little further when somebody's walking with you. Let's love one another. Godly love. Love thinks no evil towards God or others. Don't think the worst about people, think the best. Love does not rejoice in sin. Proverbs 17:15. He who justifies the wicked and he who condemns the just, both of them are an abomination to God. He who justifies the wicked and he who condemns the just, both of them are an abomination to God. I'm going to take a moment now and tell Bryce it's okay to go. Okay, he has a previous appointment, and I know that he doesn't want to offend his pastor, so I'm giving you permission to go and fulfill your commitment because I love you, and it doesn't bother me.
I appreciate that.
Thinks no evil toward God or others, does not rejoice in sin. If you rejoice in sin, that's not love. If you rejoice in the downfall of others, that's not love. Love rejoices in the truth. God's truth, not relative truth. Okay? Not the current truth, not the cultural truth, not what a few people get around. Truth is not always truth anymore. Truth is what a few people gather around and agree to. That doesn't make it truth. Truth never changes, folks. Verse 7. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. That's pretty good, right? Unfortunately, none of us has ever experienced that kind of love. What we're talking about right now, none of us has ever experienced the completion of this type of love from a human being. We've all been let down. We've all been criticized. We've all been put down. We've been stolen from. We've been envious. We've been good ourselves. We've been bad ourselves. Others have been good to us and others have been bad to us. Others have stolen from us and we've stolen from others. Emotionally, we're a wreck. Okay? Say, Pastor, that's not a real good way to leave the service. Let's just pray and leave and everybody can walk with their head down. I had somebody say that one. I don't ever do that. If you ever hear a negative without the completion of it, you haven't been listening. Because God gives us our all in all. If we don't recognize who we are and how far we have to go, we will never start on the journey. We'll stand there at the beginning of the path wondering why we haven't crossed the finish line, and the only thing we've ever done is sat there and criticized the fact that we have to go. I don't want to go that far. That's a long ways. I just want the end results. Let me tell you what a long ways is, folks. You start in heaven and you create everything. That creation goes south because made in the image of God, men, women, children are not God, and we will sin. So from heaven where you started, you live for eternity, forever, you come to earth and become one of your creation. That's a long journey. That's going the distance. That's a long way. The babe in the manger is not just some cute little doll or some cute little story. It's God incarnate coming to be our all in all, to not only tell us how to love, but to show us how to love. And in 30 years, he lived as a human being, as a man. 100%. And then for 3 years, picked those around him and started teaching them how to love. And then the last week of his life, he turned his face to Jerusalem and he set himself to the greatest love, the walk to the cross. The journey for him started in eternity. The journey for him ends never. Because he took on humanity permanently. When you get to heaven, you'll see Jesus. Because he took on the scars forever for you. That's a journey of love. Started in a manger on earth. Ends at a grave. Right now, he's sitting on the right hand of God the Father Almighty making intercession for us. The journey of love is complete for him, but not for us. Because we have to recognize who he is and what he's done, and let that fill our hearts so wonderfully that we care about his people. That everybody we come in contact with, no matter how great, no matter how small, no matter how broken, no matter how rich or rude, we see someone who needs Jesus.
Amen.
And when we run into other Christians, you ever met a Christian that didn't act like a Christian? You ever met Christians that go at each other hand and throat? You ever met a Christian that they know the faults of the other person, so they just attack? Guess what? That's not what this is talking about. That means that you have a maturity level that is somewhere in the negative zone that needs to be risen up, because growth is what the Christian does. We grow. We grow in the Word, we grow in our faith, we grow in our ability to be godly. Godliness is a goal. We, as people, gather together to encourage and pray for and love one another the way Christ loved us, so that others can see Christ in us and come to know him as their Lord and Savior, and then the process will start with them. James 4:7 says, "Therefore submit to God. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Draw near to God and he will draw near to you." That is the outright and complete definition of why we need each other. Because together we resist the devil. Together we learn the instruction manual for strength in faith, for strength in walk, for strength in love. And together a church draws near to God and invites others in to be a part of that process. The first part of verse 8 says love never fails. God's love never fails. True love never fails. True love is not a physical love, but when we're godly, we can experience some portions of love from others. Because that's how God made us. God made us relational. He made us to have a relationship with him. He made us to have a relationship with others. Do you know that the word love in the Bible, in the Greek, is pure love, agape love, and phileo, friendship love? The word for sexual love in the Greek is eros, and it does not exist in the Bible. In our society, we've got it backwards. True love is godly love and friendship love. So when you want to be complete in walking today's steps, you'll never be complete. In walking today's steps, remember to love God and to love others. Because he loves us and he'll set us free. That's why